What is up, guys? This is Matt, and welcome back to part 4 of Democracy 2. And like I said at the end of the last episode, I'm going to go start this video with going right on to the next turn. So we're jumping 3 months into the future of our administration. We'll go ahead and load it. And here we go. Everything's good. The economy's still doing fine. We actually still have a $2 billion surplus. And we're still only at 38% of the, what would the word be? The electorate? But let's see. We have subliminal advertising. This is a policy dilemma that we currently have in our country. So, subliminal advertising is a series of techniques where adverts appeal to the subconscious mind, often used in TV adverts where quick images are flashed very briefly on screen, unknown to the viewer, but having a subconscious effect. Modern techniques also work with radio adverts. There have been calls to clarify the legal position of such methods. So we have the two options, of course, to ban these techniques or to allow them. So if I skim them really quick, I don't know which one we should do here. I think, well, all right, let's take the left-leaning approach, the liberal approach to this, and we'll just say that we're going to ban subliminal techniques. So, as though we don't have enough adverts in our life already, companies are now using underhand techniques to play with the minds of our citizens. This is outrageous and a gross infringement of people's human rights. Not to mention the fact that this will enable advertisers to get people to purchase products they may not be able to afford. That sounds like a very liberal, I guess, side of the road, a very left-leaning policy idea. So we'll go ahead and select that. We're going to ban the subliminal techniques of adverts. Go ahead and jump back into the game here. We're still running a very small surplus, and we have 38 political capital to start this turn. And I'm just going to mouse over some of these real quick. Everything's fairly high. What do we have here? Why is this so low? The working week is red. The number of hours worked on average by your citizens in a week. In a fluctuating economy, this may vary from the contracted hours as people give into pressure to work unpaid or paid overtime to keep their jobs. To employees, shorter hours are seen as a good thing. So this is actually... okay, right now I guess this is having an effect on unemployment, a positive effect, which is bad, and a positive effect on labor laws. Or no, that's what's causing this. Alright, unemployment is having an effect on it. Okay. So, if we were to lower unemployment... I don't know why this is red. I guess I'm not understanding. So let's look at the labor laws. Right now everything is balanced. And it's very expensive to change in either direction. So what do we have here? It would be going to pro-union or to pro-employer. And the more we go to union, you'll see that the more our economy gets graded as a wasteful economy. And as we go in the other direction, socialists and trade unionists become unhappy, but our country's productivity actually goes up. All right, this is one of the few... I think we're going to go for the employer on this one. I don't think... Let me look. Are trade unionists, are they part of this here? No, no. Middle income. I don't know where the trade unionists would come into play. But capitalists would be happy, and our country's productivity would go up. Where is the productivity? We were just looking at that not too long ago. It's over here somewhere. Unemployment. Productivity. Okay, productivity would keep going up, which would be a very, very good thing. I think that's what we're definitely gonna do this. It's gonna take up our whole turn because it takes up 31 political capital. And we only have 38, but we are actually gonna go for the pro-employer route, and we'll go the whole way because it's actually gonna be spending less money. It's gonna cost us less, and it's gonna do everything that we really want it to do. The only downturn to this is the effect it's going to have on socialist voters, which I think we can afford. I could be wrong. What is that looking like right now? No, see, socialists love us. I think we can afford to lose some of their support. This doesn't look like it's a huge amount to me, so I'm going to go ahead with this. We're going to spend the 31 political capital to lower it, and we're going to go for pro-employer, spending $105.11 million per turn. So we'll press OK. Oh, I didn't see how long that would take to effect. 6 months. That's not bad. It's 2 turns. We could afford that. And yeah, we really can't do anything else in this turn. We only have 7 political capital left, so I'm going to go ahead and skip to the next turn. Go ahead and click. Everything's looking good. We actually just dropped. Okay, so that was it. We took a 1% drop. But we still have some time. The election is getting closer. And our numbers keep going up. We're at 2 million voters siding with us right now. Let's see what's going on with whaling. A resolution is before the government proposing the reintroduction of small-scale commercial whaling in Japanese waters. Whale meat is a prized local delicacy, and commercial whaling would create many jobs. All right, let's read, because I think this would probably be the liberal, because it would side with the environmentalists. So let's see what's going on. Whales are generally accepted to be amongst the most intelligent non-human species on Earth. They maintain a crucial position in the aquatic food chain, and yet have been hunted close to extinction. Restarting commercial whaling would be incredibly destructive, as well as potentially causing a drop in tourism. We should refocus our efforts on whale watching rather than hunting. Alright, and this is saying that not every species of whales is endangered. Whales consume and may be responsible. Okay, no. We'll leave the ban in place. I think this is going to be the way that the government would go. So we'll keep the ban in place, and we'll see what's going on here. Now, we still haven't had any effect on these inner city riots, and they're bringing down our conservative vote, which we could use. Actually, we have like no of the motorist vote either. We need to try to get some of these people happy, some of these different groups. The liberals, as much as I think we're leaning left, we seem to have a problem pulling in these liberal voters. So I did just see that if we mess with the creationism right here, this is whether we... Oh, and you see, creationism is actually having an effect on the technology backwater. You'll see we're on the downturn, but we have to get below this yellow line before our country is no longer a technology backwater. So let's see, what can we do with creationism here? We can't do anything this turn, but if we were to save all of our political capital, we could do something in the next turn. So as of right now, both systems are taught in our country. Both creationism, whereas there is a god and he or she or it created everything, or evolution on the other hand. We evolved from apes or whatever. So that's right now our educational system is teaching both. And you'll see that the fact that we're teaching both systems is it's bringing our status as a technology backwater up. So we want this bar to go down. It's also that's actually hurting a little bit of our liberal voting group here. So if we were to go towards an emphasis on evolution, or even if we only teach evolution, you could see what happens. It's going to lower our popularity with religious voters, but it's also going to lower the number of religious people in the country as a whole. Or if we were to go the other way, it makes both of those groups incredibly happy and they grow. But it also aids in our country being a technology backwater, which is affecting our GDP. I think the only constructive thing we could do is to go towards evolution. And I think since it looks like it's not going to have it's not going to cost us anything to do it, it's just going to cost us a lot of political capital, I think we should go all the way and just teach evolution. I mean, if we're already going that far, we're already pissing them off a lot. You'll see as soon as you move it, those two voting classes just jump up. And it's not until we only teach evolution that this technology backwater status goes away. So I think we'll skip to the next turn right now. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to just tell our education system to teach evolution only. So that's what we're going to do. Let's skip the turn. Press continue. All right. We're actually, see, we're losing more percentage. So let's see, military whistleblower. This could be a problem. A corporal in our armed forces has left the army and spoken out to the media about drastic shortages and lack of basic training being provided to our military. Naturally, this is outraging the more patriotic sections of the media. And there is widespread concern throughout society that we have let them degenerate so badly. And we have a policy dilemma with school sponsorship, and it's saying that a number of large corporations have expressed an interest in investing in our school systems. Everything from free school books to entire sports centers is offered in return for some branding and promotional opportunities. I think I know where this is going, so let's read the prevent. If we were to, okay, our schools are places for kids to be educated, not to be brainwashed into buying this or that brand of cola. Advertising is everywhere, and we should keep it out of schools. And of course, this is saying it would be crazy to turn down free educational materials. Yeah, we're going to allow the sponsorship, definitely. Definitely what we're going to do. And now we have plenty of political capital. We're up to 53. This is going to hurt our conservative vote, but it's going to bring up our, where is it? Liberal. And hopefully, we're getting closer to the election. We're still a little bit off, but that's what we're going to do. We are now going to teach evolution only, and our current minister in charge of education, it looks like, or I guess this would be, what group is this? Public service? Yeah. Our current minister in charge of public service has a 100% effectiveness. So that might be why it's not taking any time to be initiated or anything. We haven't really talked about that in this game. If we do another scenario, I'll get more into the ministers in charge of different areas. So let's go ahead. We're going to teach evolution only, and I'll say okay. We still have 19 political capital left, things we can mess around with in this particular turn. And tax evasion is still a problem. I don't think I can effectively get rid of that right now. Oh, we're also running a deficit, so we got to be careful. We need to find an area to make some money here. Income tax right now is reasonable. The more we raise it, the more tax evasion goes up. We please the socialist voters, and looks like we piss everybody else off. Oh, and we also don't have the political capital to raise any taxes, so I don't even really need to be looking at that right now. The same goes for tobacco tax. Let's see what kind of other taxes we could implement. Okay, this is, yeah, we were looking at, that would probably cost us money. Internet tax. That's a bad idea. I think that would have that would hurt. Yeah, it would cripple the high-tech economy. Okay, we don't want to do that. Airline tax. All right, this is saying that airline fuel has generally avoided taxation. Supporters of air fuel taxes insist that this amounts to an unfair subsidy on an environmentally destructive form of transportation. The airlines point out that taxing airline fuel will just encourage them to refuel elsewhere, affecting our economy. That's probably a good point. All right, yeah, no. Let's... If we... okay, hold on. Air quality. We want to get our air quality up because that'll get rid of this pollution problem. But I don't know how to do it. Stem cell research. We could now. We don't have the power to max that out right now. All right, let's see. Yeah, I know. I don't have the funds. I get it. University grants. Okay, yeah, we're offering generous grants. And what was this? State schools are, yes, modern textbooks. We know that. Oh, and I guess we're not there yet. Is that what I'm understanding? Oh, okay, yeah. We're not all the way there yet, so that's still in effect. And hopefully that should get bumped up before the election. Let's go ahead and skip another turn. And right now we have another policy dilemma. Let's see what's going on, though. We are running a small budget deficit, and our percentage is going up a little bit more. We're up to actually 4 million. Even though we only went up 1 percentage point, we jumped about 2 million voters, unless I didn't read this out loud in the last... I don't think I did. Okay. The global economy is doing okay. We are neither in a boom nor bust cycle. So let's go ahead and look at this policy dilemma. And we have extradite a terror suspect. So should we extradite him to his home country? I think we're going to just have to, no, because he'll face the death penalty if he stays here. We won't know if he'll get a fair trial. We have to extradite the suspect. That would be the liberal approach. It says that we should send this terrorist back to his home country immediately. There may be some minor concerns about the justice system in his home country, but they are fighting terrorists. And if the situation were reversed, we would be outraged at any refusal to send terrorists to face trial. There is no time to be squeamish about interrogation methods. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. We'll follow that normal inclination. We're up to 41 political capital. Maybe we could do something this turn, because we need to try to get some of these voters on board. Liberals are very happy with us, and the religious people are just getting more and more pissed off. So we need to try to see... I think we should pick a couple of these groups that like us and try to get them a little higher. So we have the retired like us above average. What can we do? If we could... Oh, man, this has been a problem since the start of the game, and we're almost... Look at that. We came so close. And what is causing this? Immigration. Lifespan, violent crime. This would actually, we would make parents and the retired happy if we could just get this below that trigger. And the more that we spend on healthcare, the more that's going to bring it down. But it's going to take a long time. It could take up to 36 months to be implemented. Oh my, this is not good. We need to get this down. And I guess it should have been going the whole time, and I just was not paying attention. Science funding. Okay. Let's do this. This is going to make it's going to make state employees happy. It'll have a positive effect on the GDP. And it'll get rid of the technology backwater even more. It could take 12 months, but I think this is worth it. So I say we go all the way. We're going to fund it to $500 million per turn for particle accelerators. The opposite would be just providing test tubes for science funding. So let's go all the way. It doesn't cost much at all. It's only 7 political capital. We could definitely afford it, and it's going to help our country. It's going to bring the GDP up even more. Now, smokers like us, and that seems dumb, but I mean... Actually, if we... Alright, my thinking right now, if we were to lower this tobacco tax, we're not making too much off of it as it is. It's only 300 million, and in this game we're talking, I mean, if you look at this, it's all in the billions, really. So 300 million, in my opinion, is not that much. If we were to lower this, it would happen immediately. And yes, we would be making less, but I guess this would be smokers as voters. They would like us more. It would have a negative effect on the country's poverty rate. It would have a negative effect on the lifespan, which I know that sounds horrible, but it is actually would help our hospital overcrowding situation a little bit. And actually, Well, it would add to the number of smokers as a whole. I don't know. It sounds like it could be good. It sounds very weird, though. I say we just go for it. I say very nominal taxing. We're only going to make 8 million per turn. I say we just go to the extreme, bring it all the way down. Yeah. Okay, that's what we're going to do. I like it. We have 18 left. I say that's it for this turn, and I say that's it for this video. So at the start of the next video, which will be part 5, we'll go ahead and skip to the next turn. We're getting very close to the election. I hope you guys are enjoying these videos. I'm going to go ahead and flip the screen, and don't forget to leave me a comment. Let me know what you think, and please stay tuned for part 5. Until next time.